Lenanta Yihun. Welcome to Unit 18. There are two sections here to go over in the grammatical notes, and let's jump right into it. Note 18.1, we're going to cover the use of Yehonal, which translates to maybe, might, may, or might. Yehonal is the imperfective third-person masculine singular of the verb mahon, to be, or to, I should say, to become or happen. It's used with various parts of speech and is the English equivalent of English, quote-unquote, maybe. And as you can see from the example sentences here, like the first one, Manalbat naga yezamb Yehonal, it may rain tomorrow, though. Or down below here, Anbasa Yehonal, it may be a lion. Turu Yehonal, it may be good. Isu Yehonal, it may be he. Kabara Yemeta Lamasraj Yehonal, Kabara may have come in order to work, or Kabara's coming maybe for working. It's used, it can also be used after the short imperfective form to indicate the action of the verb may happen. So, and remember that short imperfective form that we learned way back in, I believe it was Unit 9, Yehed Yehonal, he may go, Yegaba Yehonal, he may enter, Yefaleg Yehonal, he may want. It can also be used with the gerund. And when it follows that gerund form, indicates the verb might have taken place. Hedo Yehonal, he might have gone. Gabto Yehonal, they might have entered. Falaga Yehonal, she might have wanted. And that goes to a distinction between may and might in English, as well as here in Amharic. You can see that there's a sense of tense there involved, whereas in those sentences up above, Yehed Yehonal, Yigaba Yehonal, there it's more present or maybe even future, whereas Hedo Yehonal with the gerund, Gabto Yehonal, it has that sense of it happening in the past, or that it is probable that it won't happen. It can also be used with the word manalbat, which means itself means perhaps. And looking at those examples, manalbat yehed Yehonal, perhaps he may go. Manalbat masafun agnetau Yehonal, perhaps she might have gotten the book. And then an alternative construction to all of these that we've looked at before is to just use it with yamir or ya, the prefix that we saw that gets attached to verbs to create a relative clause. And the meaning of the sentence is the same. So as we see in this first example, as we saw before, Atolama bababor yimata Yehonal, we saw that in the previous page. Atolama may come by train. An alternative construction would be Atolama yamimata bababor Yehonal. So using that yami prefix on the short imperfective, forming a relative clause there. Or in Atolama bababor Mato Yehonal, so we see the gerund there. The alternative construction would be Atolama yamata bababor Yehonal. So two ways of saying that there, similar meanings. And that's note 18.1. Now we're going to look at note 18.2 and the use of gana, which has three possible meanings. And so I'm going to take those in that order, starting with the sense of the meaning yet. We see from the first example sentence there, where it says, Ahun sehifate gana turu aidelim. My writing is not good yet. Or just down below, gana sarayin al-jarisam. I haven't finished my work yet. It can have the meaning of still, such as where it says in that second sentence, gana wara timirta bet ehedalo. I still go, or I'll still have to go to school. It can be used in combination with the word ahun, which means now, such as down below here, misawan ahun gana bala. He has just finished his lunch, or ahun gana turusa sara sara. Now, finally, or just you did a good job. It can also mean not yet. And here in this use, it's being used in answer to a question, and it's being used with the form of the verb be, that which we saw in a previous unit. Examples of nen, na, nesh, etc. And we look at a couple of these examples. The question, Sarahan Charasahal, have you already finished the work? Second person masculine singular. Ganan, the answer, not yet. Timirtuan Charasach, third person feminine singular. Did she complete her education? Gananach, not yet. So those are the three meanings of gana, and that finishes out note 18.2 and the unit. So thanks for sticking with me through this video. Appreciate it. And we'll move on to unit 19. Thanks.